everyone, it's Anthony back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi. I hope you're having a great day, a great week, weekend. Well, I actually know when this one's going up, but anyway, depending on when you're watching this, day, weekday, weekend, evening, morning, overnight, thank you so much for checking out this video. We're doing a vlog. And we're going to the dog park, as we always do. Yeah, it's been a couple days since Apollo's been to the dog park. We've been doing lake walks and walks around the neighborhood the past couple of days, because I have been a busy bee. It's only Wednesday, and I feel like this week has just been jam-packed with stuff. So yeah, at the time of filming this is Wednesday, the 22nd of March. And then this will go up on the 29th. A week from today is when this should go up. So, and we'll talk about why I know that. It's very intentional. The topics won't be intentional, kind of, but I just want this to go up on a certain date because we're going to be talking about something really cool. So, but before all that, I'll just kind of give you a little update on my week. Over the weekend, I went and hung out with some friends. On Friday night, we went out, and then on Saturday, did I go out again? No, I don't think I did. I think I kept it pretty quiet, and then I think I did dinner with some friends on Sunday. Yeah, yes. So, yeah, just kind of bopping around over the weekend. It was quite nice. I've been trying to socialize and spend time with friends more, and just, make sure to keep those friendships and connections strong. So, been doing that, and then on Monday, I had my in-office day. So I'm in office Mondays and Thursdays. So I had my in-office day and tried to get a bunch of stuff done. My coworker's on vacation this week, so I'm covering for her. So kind of doing double duty right now. Usually it's not like a ton of stuff going on. It's just kind of like keep an eye on things, but no big things to work on. But this time around, we're all just very busy with a lot of new positions that are opening up. So I have been having to essentially try to cram double the workload into a week. And this is quite the week to attempt to do that. So Monday, I kind of tried to crank through as much stuff as I could, get in front of as much things as possible. Ugh. I tried to really make sure the phone was clipped in, so I always go over those bumps and then the phone falls out of the cradle, almost always on this road. So before we left today, I was like, it's not happening. I'm keeping it clipped in the car mount. So I made sure it was really nice and snug. We'll see. We'll see. It looks maybe like it needs just a little, Okay, please stay. Please stay. So yeah, Monday was just like go, 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 try to crank through as much stuff as possible. Then we had a bunch of new starts. So we had our new hire orientation on Monday. And so we had to juggle getting all of their paperwork processed and stuff. It was just quite the day, but I did get relatively caught up. And then yesterday, Tuesday, we actually had a site visit. So the company that I work for is a major landowner in the state. And so we have a bunch of different sites all over the Western Slope and pretty much all over Colorado, and we're hiring for one of those sites. So I got the chance to go with myself and two other coworkers up to one of our locations to do a site visit and a tour, and it was so much fun. But it's like an hour and 15-minute drive up into the mountains, and then we were there for a couple hours. And then we had lunch and then another hour. So it's like the whole day got eaten up, So I just tried to play catch up after that. And then today we had a job fair at a local high school. So that ate up today. I was able to get home with a couple hours to spare and try to get caught up on some more stuff. But tomorrow is my next in-office day, and I'm like, I've got this to do, and this to do, and this to do, and get all of this stuff done for both myself and my coworker. So it's just been like a whirlwind. I feel like I haven't stopped to catch a breath all week. So anyway, so that's that. And then tomorrow I actually have a friend coming in from out of town. They're not coming to see me specifically, but it's one of my old friends from the cruise ship when I lived in Hawaii, or when I worked in Hawaii. So him and his partner will be here tomorrow, and I just told them I'm leaving my schedule open. If you want to do something tomorrow night or Friday or over the weekend, however long you're here, you just let me know. I am on call to come meet you. I haven't seen him face to face since the cruise ship, since 2007 and 8. Yeah, 2008. So we just keep in touch via Instagram and Facebook. So it'll be kind of crazy to see him again. And I've never met his partner, even though they've been together for a really long time. So that will be fun. They get in, I believe, tomorrow morning. So once I'm done with work, I just told them, you just let me know. They didn't kind of fill me in. They're visiting another friend. And he was like, I'm not sure what she has in store for us or what's planned. I was like, you don't need to set anything firm with me. You just text me and say, hey, we've got a free couple hours, or hey, we were thinking of getting dinner or something, and I'll be there. So we've got that, and then I have a 4-day weekend coming up. I have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday off. So I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. My roommate and our downstairs roommates / friends, 2 of the 3 of them are going to Taos to ski. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll go down and cross country, but then I'm like, what do I do with Apollo? Because their Airbnb doesn't allow dogs. So I don't think that's going to be the route I go, because I don't want to have to find a sitter for him last second. And if I have a 4-day weekend, I kind of want to spend it doing stuff with him. So we might go on a little mini day trip, a little mini road trip. I'm not really sure, but whatever we decide on, I'll probably bring you with me, and we'll do like a whole, like, multiple video series. It might be a chance for me to test out my super long form video idea that I had. So we'll see. My last vlog before this one, actually there'll be one more going up. 2 vlogs ago, it was like a 3-hour video. So I know Mia commented, she's like, I just listened to you for 3 hours straight. I'm like, oh my goodness. I hope you're okay. But that's kind of going to be the style going forward, is as long as I have battery and we're out doing something, I can bring you with me for the majority of the hike or skiing, what have you. So I don't know, I might go skiing one day or hike one day, or maybe I'll decide to, I was thinking maybe I'll go out to Moab, because I think it's warming up enough over there, and do some hiking with Apollo. But then also yesterday, when we went to our site visit, we were right next to Lake Dillon, and I didn't realize this, but on Lake Dillon, the frozen lake, they press cross-country ski trails or ski grooves into the snow on the lake, and it's completely free, and you can bring dogs out on the lake. And I was like, Apollo would love this. It's completely flat, obviously. It's, ice. It's a lake. And it's really long. They do several miles. And once again, the city provides that service, and it's completely free. And I was like, maybe, depending on the snow, we can pop up to Dillon and go cross-country on the lake. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I've decided quite yet. So maybe it'll be multiple days, 2 different day trips. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And what else happened this week? Aside from what we're going to talk about once we get to the dog park, not too much. I mean, it's been very busy work-wise. I got my finish video up for Head of Medusa. and that seemed to be really popular. I'm glad everyone really liked that. Yeah, that's kind of the updates there. I did get a chance to get on a call. My family's prepping our family reunion is happening this August. And so I got put on the Zoom call to join that and just listen in. I kind of caught it a little bit late. I was like, I think like 20 minutes late to it, and it ended up only being like a 30-minute call. So I only caught the tail end of it, but they were just kind of going over logistics, and there's a little fund, like a donation fund put together for any family members that can't afford to come or what have you. There's like a donation fund to pay for, whether that be flights or hotels or that kind of stuff. And it's $20 a head to actually attend. It's a 2-day event. My mom's kind of spearheading it, and they're going to do like food trucks at the park one night, and then the next night is going to be like a potluck style kind of family style dinner. So it's just pitching in to pay for like the food trucks and the supplies and everything. But there's going to be a couple hundred people there from what I understand. So it's just like, and I volunteered for 1 hour on the second day there's going to be like a kids area where they're going to have crafting and, games and stuff like that. So they're going to have a couple adults as like, just monitoring the kids and hanging out in the kids area and helping them with their crafts and stuff. So I was like, oh, that'll be fun. Can help them do painting or whatever. So I'm going to do an hour of that. So yeah, I guess Apollo news, he was eating super well there for a few days and for a week, and now he's back to being fussy with his food. I think it's just depending on his mood, and now I know that he's not sick or anything. It's just however he's feeling. If he's not hungry, he's not hungry. So I put the food out for him and leave it out. If he eats it, great. If not, then I pop it back in the fridge and then take it out again a little while later. So just giving him the option. But I'm no longer kind of really concerned about it because he proved to me for a good while that he would just chow down his food. So I think it just depends on how he's growing. I'm not sure. Right, buddy? The last vlog, I took him to the dog wash, or I showed a clip of him at the dog wash. And that new shampoo that I got him, it's called Veterinary's Formula or something like that. I don't know how I feel about companies using the word veterinary in their branding because it makes it sound like it's clinical, but it's not. It's just marketing. But the shampoo, when I took a good look at it, it has this glitter. It almost looks like glitter, but they say it uses like optical reflectors to make dogs look extra white, and they're not kidding. He was like blinding white after that dog wash. Oh, big yawn. Big yawn. Can I have your hand? Oh, hand. He was trying to do it. He was like hovering. But yeah, he is like super white, still pretty white even after, at the time of filming that was almost a week ago. And he's been out in the dirt, and we've been out to the dog park, I think once or twice since then. And he's still like, my roommate, came home, was that yesterday or the day before? And he was like, what did you do to him? He's like, it's hard to look at him. He's so bright. And I'm like, it's that new shampoo. And the fragrance is like a raspberry tea. It's like kind of tastes like, kind of smells like green tea with like a little fruitiness to it. And he's still, the fragrance is still there a little bit even after a week. So yeah, it's good stuff. And I got it off of Amazon, same day delivery, and I think the shampoo was like $10 and the conditioner was like 10 or 11. So not that expensive, but I do use a lot. I use probably more than is necessary. I really get him slathered and lathered up. because his coat is just so dense, it just soaks everything up. So, um, but I just make sure to rinse him super well. And now what I'll probably do is I'm not going to take him to the dog wash to wash him, like use the shampoo or conditioner, but I am going to wet him and blow dry because he's still shedding like a madman. Like, it doesn't matter what I do. It's just more about mitigating it than trying to like keep it from happening. Like, I just kind of have to do the best I can to deal with it. But yesterday I took him outside, and this is after brushing him. I brushed him really good, and now I just run my fingers over him and kind of give him scratches, and he loves it. He'll just sit there and he's just like, oh. But I'll just give him scratches, and just the amount of hair that comes off even after I've brushed him, I'm like, geez Louise, like, when is this gonna end? And vacuuming every day, shaking out my duvet covers, and like brushing off the fitted sheet because there's just hair, like, it's just everywhere. And no matter what I do, I feel like I just can't keep up with it. I cleaned out the car, finally cleaned the car, and I vacuumed the rugs really good and wiped everything down. And so I was like, maybe the car, there's a lot of hair in here, so maybe it's just spreading from the car to the house. But no, like, even with the car clean, I'm still, like, my craft room carpet is just so bad, and it's only been like 2 days, maybe less. It's only been yesterday, and I came home today after him hanging out with me last night in there, and it's just, there's hair everywhere. I'm like, dude, please stop shedding. It's like, at this point, I think you'd have big old bald spots from all the hair you're losing, but it's just as thick as ever. So anyway, I don't know. He's some sort of hair mutant type that I purchased, I guess, but it's okay. It's worth it. So yeah, what else? Haven't really changed his diet at all. We did go yesterday to the lake with him and Bowie, and then our other roommate's girlfriend's dog, and her name is Missy. And she's, I think, some kind of lab mix, and she's completely black, like solid black. So the two of them together are just like complete polar opposites. But she's a little bit smaller than him. She weighs about as much as him, but she's more like bulky. But Apollo's definitely a lot taller than her now. But she, even though she's a little bit older, she's got a ton of energy. So they were just running around and just living life and having fun. And poor Bowie, he likes to play and run a little bit, but you know, you met him if you watched that vlog where we took him to the dog park. He's more stout, and he'll get his runs out, and then he's like, all right, I'm done. So they kind of were running around him, and he just kind of was watching them. But that was fun. I like going out with taking the dogs together because it just gets more energy out for everybody. It just doesn't happen that often, even though they live with us. My buddy Scott but his dog Bowie, they're just on a different schedule than us, so it's hard for that to happen. Sometimes if I'm working from home, I'll let Bowie up so they can play upstairs, but they get bored pretty easily. But we try to do the best that we can. What else? So there is some weather coming in. We've got just the tiniest little sprinklings of snow, and the temperature is dropping. We're at 42 degrees Fahrenheit right now. So I do have my gloves. I have my little ear muffs, and then this is a nice thick hoodie. And then I'm also going to wear my headphones, which kind of almost act as like extra protection, like the big cans. I could have brought my hat, but I left it at home. But I think it will be okay to do a nice 2 or 3 mile lap. And yeah, just keeping up with stuff. Diamond painting's going really good. I actually had a little bit of time each evening. Now that Head of Medusa's finished, all done, my goal is to focus on trying to get some whips worked into the mix as well. And so I have Polani that I brought down because that was my most recent whip from the Micathon from February. Micathon for fun. And so I've been actually getting quite a bit done, even though work's been kind of nuts. When I log off and we go do our walks and stuff, I've been coming home, making a quick dinner, and I can sit down and get through a section of Polani pretty fast. There's a lot of, at least where I'm at right now, there is a lot of 310 color blocking. So I just grab my 7-placer and just boom, 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 go to town. But I'm loving it because it's not squares, so it's going faster. And the color palette is those like bright teals and minty greens, and like it's just definitely different than Head of Medusa for sure from like a color palette standpoint. So it's just been really engaging, and I added 8 of my own special drills to that canvas. So those have also been a lot of fun to work on because I haven't been using special drills in a while because, once again, my cross-stitch conversion didn't have any. So even using ABs, I'm like, oh, it's so nice to like mix it up and see like, ooh, I can't wait to see how that's gonna highlight this area. But it's got, I think, 4 or 5, I think it's got 4 different sparklers from DP with Sparklers, 2 glow in the dark. It might even have more than that. Oh gosh, do I have 9 special drills on that? So I have 2 glow in the dark drills. I have a really deep purple one, and then I think one called Moonstone, which is kind of like a medium blue, like a darker blue, and then Aqua, like a bright blue. In addition to that, I have a glitter drill from Mooney Made, and then I have a blue, kind of sky blue jazzy gem, an orange jazzy gem, and then like a copper color jazzy gem. So yeah, 9 special drills that I've added to that. And then it had the two ABs that came in the kit. So there's 11 special drills on that. And it looks so, I think it's one of the better renderings that I've seen in a while. Well, I think all of Diamond Art Club's renderings are pretty spot on. But you know, sometimes a particular kit will just be like, wow, they really nailed it. They really nailed it with this one. It's just super engaging, even with that color blocking, and it's coming together really well. And so I think, what, oh my God. Apollo, you know you're not supposed to be up there. Sir, sit down. Sit down. Thank you. I need to replace that seatbelt that I got for him because the one that I got for him is defective. I'm calling it defective. It just is not good quality. But yeah, I'm just having a blast. It's just a nice change up from working on like a cross-stitch conversion like Head of Medusa, fairly confetti heavy in certain areas. So it's just nice to be like, oh my gosh, I cranked through an entire, double-sided release paper section in, 30 minutes. This is awesome. So that's been a lot of fun. And then I'm hoping this will be the last time that I have to tease it. I'm not sure, but I have a new cross-stitch conversion project that I am working on. I just finished my first maybe 600 drills, 700 drills on it. All will be revealed soon, and that's the last I'm going to say about it for this video because I hate teasing you, but I like to give you an update on where I'm spending my time. I will say that the section I'm working on right now is very color block heavy, so I was able to get that done really quickly, and I probably won't pull it back down again until I can actually talk about it in earnest, because I don't want to make a bunch of progress and be like, oh, hey, here's this project I started, and then here's how far I am. I don't know. I'd rather just wait, and there's no pressure to work on that. I would just like to have it done by June. So in the next 2 months, I'd like to get it done, which I think is doable. It really is just dependent on when I can show you and do whip-in chats and updates and all that stuff. So the dog park is fairly quiet because it's cold and starting to snow, so this is good. But we're gonna hook up our chest strap, get the camera on the chest, get the microphone set up. I was missing one of my fluffy little, they're called dead cats, but the little microphone protector thing for the wind. And I was like, where did this thing go? Well, turns out I cleaned out the backseat of the car, Apollo's area, and there it was all chewed up on the floor. And I was like, you little... So I'm going to have to order a replacement. I think they're only a couple bucks, but that guy, he always finds something. Okay, so we're here. The parking lot's relatively quiet, which is nice, and it looks like there's more people leaving. So we're going to get bundled up. I'm going to put my headphones on, and we're going to go for a little walk because we have some stuff to talk about. It's serious time. No, I'm kidding. But we do have some stuff to talk about. So, okay, let me get set up. I will see you in a second. Bye. Okie dokie. I think we are recording. Yes, we've got audio. Yes, perfect. Okay. All right, let's do the long route, buddy. Let's do the long route. Come on. I don't know what happened yesterday after the lake. I took him to to Cosmos, the dog bakery, where we get his food and treats and stuff. And they were all out of... I wanted to get him some raw bones, but he's pretty particular now about which ones he'll actually eat all the way. And since they're so pricey, I don't want to just get ones that he's going to kind of eat. I want him to be in love with them. And so the two that he really likes are the beef kneecaps and the beef trachea stuffed with organs, which sounds disgusting, and it looks as bad as it sounds. Come on, let's go. So I went there, and they didn't have any of those, but they did have dried, like dehydrated beef trachea, and it's much cheaper. You get a big old bag for like $15. It's not stuffed with organs, but it's at least something to keep him tied over until they get the stuff that he likes. Well, we got that, and on the way out, he stopped dead in his tracks. Sir, you can't eat that. That's a piece of a tennis ball. No, thank you. He stopped dead in his tracks, so we were the only people in the store, and he just stopped, and like I kind of accidentally dragged him a little bit across their linoleum floor because I wasn't expecting him to hit the brakes like that, and he just refused to move. Like, I was trying to like pull him along. I'm like, come on, Apollo, what is going on? And he just looked scared. I was like, what is happening? So I had to like kind of pick him up a little bit and get him distracted, and then he kind of snapped out of it, and we kept moving. But he's never done that before. There was nothing there. We were just like, it was like a display of dog leashes, and he just like stopped and was just like, ugh. It's like, what are you so scared of? It's like, maybe he didn't want to leave, but he's never done that before. It was very strange. So it's like, I don't know, maybe that place is haunted. So anyway, come on, let's go. So yeah, I'm not sure what his deal was yesterday, but something definitely freaked him out at the pet store. But yeah, let's see, I'm just waiting for him to go potty. This is usually potty time. There we go. Okay, I got to get a bag and run that back. Hold on. Nope, false alarm. I guess we're good. He went potty right before we left. So I'm just wondering if he's just gonna try to go out of routine, because this is usually the spot. But he looked like he was gonna squat, and he didn't. He kind of just looked at me and then kept him going. I don't know, we'll see. Let's go. Come on, animal. He's gonna have to be careful bopping around out here soon, because the cactus are starting to come back in, and I could see him getting a little quill, a little spiky stuck in his paw. But my buddy's dog has been out here, and that same thing happened to him, and he just kind of limped over, and they're not super brittle, whatever this type of cactus is, so he just yanked it out and he was on his way. So that same dog, my buddy's dog, he's a husky, he got in a tussle with a porcupine when they went camping. I wasn't there for this, but he got in a tussle with a porcupine and came back to the campsite just covered in quills. And my buddy was like, I've never heard him scream like that when we had to hold him down and pluck all the quills out. I was like, if that ever happened to Apollo, I would be hysterical. So, but we go camping a lot, and he's gonna go camping, and things like that are gonna happen. So I have to like mentally prepare myself for stuff like that, because I think I could handle it as far as like getting him taken care of, but I just don't know how I'd handle it emotionally. I think it would kind of wreck me for a little while, even if he turned out to be just fine. This guy's bushwhacking his way over to this path. I don't feel like dealing with it, so we're gonna go this way. Apollo, come on. Come on, sweetheart, this way. Once again, giant dog park, tons of space. People still feel gravitated towards you. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about human nature where we gravitate towards each other. But I don't always like it. But yeah, it's not freezing cold. It's chilly, but the sun's still poking through the clouds, and yet we have this fluffy, like snow cone kind of snow. It's like little balls instead of flakes. So it's like the lightest of hail almost. So yeah, I don't know how long I'll be able to, I can talk about anything for a long time, but I'm intentionally putting this up on Wednesday because if you saw yesterday's video, I decided to forego an unboxing, and in place of it, I had a little announcement. And I will have a little announcement. At the time of filming this, I haven't recorded it yet, but I think I needed to do this to get all my emotions out. That way I can record that announcement video without being crazy. So I don't know. I don't know. It's been a lot of fun filming and recording videos and just working on this channel. Come on, buddy, let's go. Come on, sweetheart. Come on, come on. Go, 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 go. It's been an absolute blast, and I consider myself very, very lucky in the fact that I was able to, start this channel, find an audience, and find some people to connect with pretty quickly, and see that continue to evolve and change. And a lot of people, everyone kind of sticking around with me as I kind of find my style, find my groove. And along the way, I've just been super fortunate to have a lot of opportunities to chat with different shop owners and artists and get to do these week-long features in partnership with Distracted by Diamonds, and build a really good connection with Robin there as well. And just a lot of really cool stuff happened, I think, really quickly, which is really cool. At least for me, it felt like, at the time of right now, I'm still a couple months away from when I actually started my channel. And so just in the past 10 months to have been able to really kind of explore a lot of different avenues and try a lot of different things and eventually land on people coming with me while we do stuff like this, where I just like live my life, and people are still engaged with that. I think that's incredibly rare in the grand scheme of being a YouTube content creator, where you can just finally land on something that really works that quickly, you know, and have a lot of people enjoy it. So I'm very thankful for that. But one of the things, you know, that I've mentioned a number of times is, you know, when talking about how I started diamond painting and what really got me hooked, you know, I started diamond painting in February of 2022 and just was doing it kind of casually to find a connection with my old boss, and fell in love with the process and how relaxing it is. But it wasn't until Summer with the Masters and that of like learning that that event was a thing and starting to research old masters and the fact that you can do old masters customs and stuff, that's what really got me hooked, because of the variety and just like it suddenly became more than just like the cutesy, you know, the cutesy pictures or the common digital art that you see on like a lot of sites like Diamond Art Club, that type of thing. Like this whole world of fine art, and like I could actually create that and help, you know, recreate that, I guess, and get more invested in just kind of the history. And like, I don't know, whatever it was, it just ignited something in me that I didn't know that I had. You know, I didn't know I had that interest in artwork in that way. So it just kind of unlocked something for me that I didn't know I had inside of me, as far as like wanting to learn about the different eras and go through the history of Renaissance art. And, you know, like that just was never on my radar until I started working on a piece of my own, and that was Soul of the Rose by John William Waterhouse. And yeah, it's just like, I think that's one of the main reasons why I am still diamond painting, you know, and continuing to add old masters to my stash. And, you know, my most recent finish being Head of Medusa. Hey, what was that? What was that? He's got something in his mouth. Sir, what is that? Drop it. Drop it. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that is. All right. My God. Where is he going? He does have some, they ran around at the lake yesterday, but this is, you know, this is full on just running. Oh, he dropped whatever it was. Not as interesting as he thought it would be. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, he picked it up again. He likes, whatever that is, he likes it. Hey, let's go. I hope he gets bored with whatever that is instead of eats it. He ate a bone. There was a bone in the backyard. The one thing that I dislike about being facing an alley is we have people that will walk behind the alley, and somebody decided to, I don't know if they were struggling with housing or whatever the case may be, but someone had a rotisserie chicken and must have just been eating it, and they decided that they wanted to just throw the, I'm gonna try to distract him because it's another bone. They decided that they wanted to leave their rotisserie chicken bones, whoops, and remnants and just chuck it over the fence. There we go. Yep, that was some kind of bone. Let's go. Yep, you forgot about it. They decided to throw their rotisserie chicken remnants over the fence and into our backyard. So I let Apollo go potty, and I come outside and he's gnawing on this chicken bone. And of course, that's like one of the huge no-nos. Like, dogs cannot eat those, they will splinter. And he refused to leave it alone or let me get him. I chased him probably for about 10 minutes, trying to get him distracted and drop this bone. And finally I was like, we're gonna play this game all day I'm not fast enough to like jump and lunge for him and like tackle him or anything. It's like I just don't know what to do. And like I went inside to go I'm like maybe I'll get some treats and try to like convince him that these are better. And I came back and the bone was gone. So it wasn't huge, but I mean it was big enough to choke him. And so I definitely got a little emotional and I was like, should I just take you to the vet right now? Like he didn't seem like he was choking on anything or like having any issues, but I was like, I just don't know what to do. Like I'm at a loss. And I couldn't prove that he ate it. I just couldn't find it when I went back out there. So that was 3 days ago. And he's had nice healthy poops since then. I haven't noticed anything. So either he ate it and was able to chew it up and process it, or it's still back there. I don't know. But anyway, sorry, tangent. So yeah, I think that event was really something that sparked my interest and encouraged me to keep diamond painting and keep searching for unique old masters like Head of Medusa. And now I have, a lot more from, the likes of Alphonse Mucha and Gustav Klimt. Like I just kind of snag them when they speak to me. And then I think it's also one of the reasons why cross-stitch conversion kind of became something I developed an interest for, because I liked the idea of, being even more involved with the process. And I think that there's even more options for old masters if you look at cross-stitch patterns, just because cross-stitch has been around for much, much, much longer, and I think it lends itself well to that style of artwork. And so, is this that same guy? I don't know why he's flipping and reversing. Hold on, sorry. I don't mean to sound annoyed, but it's like trying to keep a good distance. Hey, stay. Let's just get past him. Hold on for just a little bit, guys. We're gonna get past him. I'm actually gonna stop the video and we'll pick up in a new clip. Hold on. Okie dokie. That was very strange. He was walking the same direction as us earlier and then flipped around and started walking back towards us. And that's why I turned the first time and then kind of caught back up to him and got behind him again, coming from a different path, and then he flipped around again. I was like, I'm not here to make friends. So now we've got somebody else coming up, and then it looks pretty clear. So like I said, it's like 10 cars in the parking lot, almost 500 acres of open space, and yet here we are. So anyway, I was almost kind of wishing that it would get a lot colder, because then people tend to just clear out. There's been times where we've come here and it's been bitter cold and snow on the ground, and me and Apollo will be the only people out here, and it's always kind of cool. So we'll see what happens with this next dog. They seem pretty chill. Hold on. Go, go, go. Oh, her dog's laying down. It sees Apollo. That's very cute. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. You did good. You did good. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I don't think I'm burying the lead on anything, since if you saw the video yesterday, you know what's up. But so yeah, cross-stitch conversions, I think, were kind of born out of my interest in exploring more old masters pieces that I might otherwise have to get a custom of. So knowing that it had already been charted and like someone had already taken rendering into account, sometimes for me, and granted, it's really easy to get a custom from certain sites, especially these days, but sometimes, I would have this worry of, is the image that I'm pulling from Google, even as an old masters, is it going to be high enough resolution? Some sites used to just have you submit the image and they wouldn't ever, like, you didn't get the opportunity to see a mock-up or anything like that. It was just like they just take it and run with it. And so that can be a little bit risky if you unknowingly sent a poor quality image and it gets blown up too big or something like that. So I liked the idea of cross-stitch conversion old masters because the cross-stitch pattern, if you're getting it from a good cross-stitch company, they've gone and done that rendering and stuff, so it's going to look good. So anyway, all of that is to say, I've been incredibly lucky to have these opportunities to this point, and I just really feel like I got the icing on the cake a little bit. Katie over at Diamonds and Washi reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in co-hosting Summer with the Masters this year. So, of course, I said yes. It really was like, I don't know. I had messaged her a while back and just said, hey, I'm planning on doing a cross-stitch conversion for the upcoming Summer with the Masters event. And I'm really loving the quality from Jade. And would there be any opportunity for me to donate a cross-stitch conversion kit of the winner's choosing, and I'll just cover the cost of it and have it ordered from Jade? I'd like to do something like that. I was like, I'm not sure if you would be willing to incorporate that into your giveaways, or if I can just do that on my own channel in celebration of your event. I was like, is that weird? And so she just said that she would get back to me, and they were still working out all the details of the event and all of that stuff. So originally it was an event co-hosted between Katie and Jessica over at Tiny Worlds of Wonder, but she started a new job and has a whole bunch of new stuff, really exciting stuff going on. So there was a chance that she might have time or the bandwidth. I'm not sure of all the, the back end details, but Katie just let me know, I'll get back to you and let you know, but kind of thanks for offering, and I'll give you more details as soon as I have them. Because I did bring that up to her in like November, so or maybe it was a little bit later than that. No, maybe it was January. It was like right around when I started Head of Medusa. I was like, this is amazing. I'd love to share this with somebody, So anyway, cut to last week or over the weekend, and Katie brought that up, and I just at first I didn't even really know how to respond, because not like it was like it felt unreal, but it's just, this is like not a goal. Like, I didn't have a goal to co-host this event or anything like that, but it was just like, I don't know, I just didn't think that that's something that would happen, or it was kind of like a pipe dream kind of thing of like, wouldn't it be cool if I had the opportunity to? It wasn't necessarily anything I was working towards, but it was the event that really drove my interest in this craft, and one of the reasons why I'm still here today. And so to be able to contribute to that in a meaningful way just really means a lot. And I don't know if I freaked Katie out because we had a call just to kind of discuss details, and I did get a little emotional because I was just like, you have no idea like the impact that this event had on me as a crafter. And not only that, but as someone who is now really interested in art. I mean, my goal for the end of this year, one of my things is to start enrolling in some college courses to finish out my degree program. And I'd love my minor to be in art history. And a lot of that stems from being introduced to fine art and old masters through that event. So it's just like, this impacted me on so many different levels, you know? Let's go. So I hope I didn't come off as like too freaked out about it. I think I was fine. I think she appreciated my enthusiasm for being able to participate, but I really was like, just like, I don't know, my jaw kind of hit the floor. Come here, let's go. Let's go. And so, yeah, I'm co-hosting Summer with the Masters this year. It sounds crazy. Come on. It's just like, I'm so excited and I have so much to say, and then all at the same time I feel kind of speechless. This is like the peak of me being involved in this craft up into this point. This is incredible. So I definitely want to thank Katie for giving me that opportunity to co-host. And I want to thank Jessica for giving the thumbs up that, you know, my content or my style or just me as a person would be a good fit for an event that I know that they've put so much time and effort and work into. I just feel very honored to be able to participate in this way. And I hope I do them proud. So yeah. And one thing that we discussed is, you know, I've been doing a lot of these vlog style videos. Hey, come on, let's go. These vlog style videos, and just really trying to respect my mental health and respect my time and make sure that I'm doing what's right for, you know, physical and mental health as well as Apollo's by getting out and being active, which means I probably won't be at the diamond painting table as frequently anymore. And I think my content reflects that. It's been vlog unboxing, and then I have a finish, vlog unboxing, for a little over a month now. And so we kind of talked about, you know, making that transition is creating content for this event going to work against that, or kind of, you know, put me in a place where I might feel overwhelmed or what have you. But I'll be honest in saying that I originally had been setting aside specific bandwidth to participate in Summer with the Masters. And you've heard me say it, like, I want to get these kits done before June because then it's Summer with the Masters time. So I've been kind of prepping my whips and kind of working out that, you know, once June 1st hits, we just went up the hill, that I'd be focusing on Summer with the Masters as a participant. And I had already thought that I'd be doing a lot of content around my kits because I want to do kind of the same thing that I did with Distracted by Diamonds, is kind of a series focusing on the kit or kits that I pick for that event. So I kind of already had a lot of content ideas and was already kind of planning around creating some content for that time anyway. So now I just kind of get to do it in a more official and kind of partnered form. So I told her, I was like, I don't think it's going to impact it at all. I mean, I love this event. I was still planning on putting some time and effort into creating some fun content around my old masters that I had selected. So it really won't be that hard. You know, the only difference is now that, you know, I'm co-hosting, I'll be able to incorporate some of that co-hosting stuff, you know, whether it be working with Katie on something or announcing any sort of giveaways or stuff that we have planned. I just, can tack that onto the content that I already had in mind. And to be honest, I think a lot of this stuff, I can, like these series, whatever I decide to do, similar to what I've done before, I can schedule some of that ahead of time. That way it's already done and on the books. Even by May, I could have a good chunk of things done. And then if it's just a matter of pulling up a clip that's already been mostly edited and tagging on some prize winners or whatever, I'm not sure what that looks like, but I'm no stranger to getting ahead of the game and getting some stuff, recorded and filmed and prepped. So I was like, don't worry, this is a special occasion. And this isn't just your normal whip-in chats and this and that. It's like, this is huge for me. In my head, this is huge. This was the biggest event that I participated in. It was the most impactful event for me last year, and I just can't believe that in the course of 1 year, now I get to hopefully share this focus and like kind of newfound passion with a whole new group of people and encourage people to get involved. And all of which I would have done anyway, but I don't know. It's just been back to back of like really good weeks. Work's been going really, really well. I completed Head of Medusa, which just was such a fun moment to share that finish with everyone. My first cross-stitch conversion, my longest project I've ever done. And it's something that, people just haven't seen before. And so, I don't know, I just feel like I keep hitting these like high notes, high points with crafting and with just life stuff. Just like, this is great. Let's keep this going. So you might have an extra bubbly Anthony for like the next few months. And then we roll right into, a little bit of a lull during the peak of summer, which is perfect for me because that gives me a chance to probably do a trip during that time. And that's usually when I'm taking my trips, is August, September, Labor Day-ish area. And then roll right into another love of mine, which is cross-stitch conversions. So I don't know. I mean, I'm talking about this well in advance, but I already know, like, this is going to be an incredible event. I'm so excited to be able to participate in this capacity and co-host. And I really encourage everyone to join in. If you've seen an Old Masters and you've been on the fence about it, this is your year. And by the time this video goes up, we've already announced the rules and stuff. So go back to that video to learn the complete details. But one of the key ones is that there's no new starts required and no finishes required. If you're someone that participated last year and didn't finish your whip, but then there was other events, so you kind of ended up in the whip pile, or if you've been hesitant because you're like, oh, a lot of these Old Masters are big boys, I don't know if I can finish in that time. That's not a part of it. If you want to participate for any prizes or anything like that, all you have to do is, we'll have those further details about how to submit your starts and finishes, or your start and finish, forms. But all you have to do is just submit what's required at the beginning and at the end. And if it's an Old Masters image, then you're in. It's as simple as that. So no pressure, low stakes. And it's just, it's an absolutely amazing event. Last year I had such a blast. I got to do Soul of the Rose. I had my second kit, which ended up not turning out to be the best kit in the world, but I still really enjoyed discovering that artwork. I still intend on doing that piece again from another company. But Soul of the Rose was really the highlight of my year, one of my highlights of the year last year. It was also the first time I ever used quad cubes, and I think it's the only time that I've used those, but I'm going to try to bring them back soon. But yeah, I got to use special drills, and I don't know, it is the event for me, and now I get to be a part of it, and as a co-host, I'm just like, if I had the ability to do a backflip, I would do one. So yeah, I'm in this mode right now of like, my mind is reeling of like, what's that content gonna look like? What's the structure gonna look like? And you know, Katie and I are still going to be working through all of that stuff. But I'm already like, okay, when I get home tonight, I need to create just like a note or like a Google Doc or something of the ideas that I have. And then once we figure out what the structure and the cadence of content will look like, then I can just plug those ideas into that schedule or what, you know, whatever that looks like. So, yeah, but if we have, you know, a specific cadence of like, you know, our event specific content, I still think that I might have the bandwidth to include some really fun stuff even in addition to that. I don't know. I still, once again, still need to work all that out. But like, how do I get all these ideas into 2 months? And what's practical, you know, what's practical? Because of course I could come up with 100 ideas, but there's not that many days in the event, you know? Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, if you have any ideas yourself of like content that you'd love to see as part of that event, you know, focusing on old masters, which is this year, any artwork created on or before the year 1928. Those are the years that your piece, your image needs to be tied to in order to be considered old masters. And we'll come out with more details, I'm sure, as we get closer as to if you have any questions, like, does this image count? Does this image count? We'll provide you with those resources. I don't want to misspeak because we haven't discussed those details yet. So I'd only like to share so far what Katie and I have confirmed, which is just like the meat and potatoes of it is, you know, no new start, no finish, required June 1st through July 31st of 2023. And anything from the year 1928 or before. And this event can include pre-made kits, like pre-done kits, just like you'd buy anywhere. Like, let's say you hop on Diamond Art Club and snag an Alphonse Mucha, that would count. Any customs you decide to utilize. So custom images of old masters, and then cross-stitch conversions. You can absolutely grab a cross-stitch conversion. Oh, hold on just a second. Hi, how's it going?
Hi.
Apollo, come here, baby. Let's go. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Stay. I did not see that guy coming, but Apollo did okay. Luckily, it was a playful dog. I'm gonna let them get ahead a little bit before I let him off, because he will go. Is that your new friend running away from you? I'm sorry. He's like, no, friends. Oh, when he flipped around, it freaked me out. It's like, who's behind me? Okay, I think that's good enough distance. I need to get a bike and do that with you. Hey, Apollo, don't do it. Don't do it. Sir? Hey, Apollo, don't do it. He wants to chase them so bad. I'm such a bad dad. I need to get a bike. Maybe that'll be on my list. I don't know. I feel like with bikes, it's like, in my head, I want low investment bike. So like, just go grab something off Walmart, you know, but that's gonna fall apart so quickly. But then the second you go into like a nice bike, it's like a, you know, $800 plus thousands of dollars, you know, depending. So I don't want to go, I don't know, maybe I should look for a used one. Come on, come on, come on. Go, 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 go. Fast dog, fast dog. Anyway, so yeah, we'll work out all the, but those are kind of the core details. So that gives you, I think that gives people enough to go off of. Oh, someone's coming up this way. Apollo, 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 come on, let's go, let's go. We're gonna take this detour that was back here. Let's go. Let's change directions. Yeah, yeah. So that kind of gives you the core details, and the announcement video is essentially just that reiterated. So I'm sure, I haven't, once again, haven't filmed it, but I wanted to do this video in advance of me filming it, but post it afterwards, because I wanted to make I want the announcement video to be succinct, to the point, show my excitement and that kind of stuff, but it means so much to me. It means so much to me to be able to do this. And so I wanted to share that as well, but it's like, well, I'm not gonna make people listen to an hour-long video of me gushing about the event just to hear the key points of it. I'll make you listen to that in a vlog. Let's go. So that's kind of what we're doing today. But I think, you know, right now it's just kind of coming up with ideas for content and then whittling that down to what's gonna provide the most value or be the most fun. And then identifying which kits I want to do, because I kind of already knew in my head which ones I wanted to do. But then now it's like, now that I'm co-hosting, I'm like, well, now I want them to be like really like epic ones, you know? I don't know. I think the ones that I had originally had in my head are pretty good. And in the announcement video, I do plan on providing, or I will have provided, some examples of pre-made Old Masters kits that you can snag today if you so choose to participate. I don't know, some of them might not be in stock at certain shops. I'm just gonna pull all of my Old Masters that I have in my stash and just kind of give a little preview of like, you could go get this right now, you could go get this right now. If you just want a low time investment of thinking about what you want to do, you just want to snag something, maybe one of those will spark your interest, you can go grab it and you're ready to go. And walk a little bit slower. I'm getting pinched. I've got people behind me, I've got people in front of me. Apollo, stay. I think I'm gonna go back the other way because it's longer and we'll get past this guy. Hold on, give me just a couple minutes, guys. Come on, let's go back this way. Hi. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Whoop. Come on. Okay, there we go. There we go. Sorry, guys. It's like I got pinched, getting chased from behind, someone coming towards me. It's just like, all right, I got to make a decision here, and I'd rather make the decision of going the longer route if I have to pick one. So we're doubling back a couple times, sorry. But it is a nice day. I mean, it's super gloomy, but the snow let up. It looks like it's kind of holding back against the mountains for now. So yeah, I'll do a little sampling of some kits you could snag. And then there is a list of shops that provide only licensed images that's already up on the Diamonds and Emeralds Facebook group. So you can reference that and start perusing and see if you snag. Let's go. Hey, Apollo, come on. Hey, let's go, come on. See if you can snag an old masters from them, and then I think Katie and I find that and have a list that we can provide of those shops, and we'll go and check to see if they have old masters and refine that for you. I don't know when that will go up, but if you want to get started now and start doing your own little browsing and perusing, there's a really good resource of shops that have licensed artwork on the Diamonds and Emeralds Facebook group. So if I remember, I will link that for you. So yeah, but stay tuned. I'll be doing some work, and Katie will be doing some work to refine that if you want to wait and just have a list of confirmed shops that are licensed and carry old masters. So yeah, trying to think of anything else at this early stage. I really hope that Katie doesn't mind. Like, I'm sure she's you know, she watches my videos, and I'm sure she knows that I am a talk about my life and all of the things kind of person. So, you know, similar to what I've been doing with the cross-stitch conversion event is, you know, talking you all through like the process and, you know, what it's taken so far to put that event together. And I'll most likely be doing some similar things with some of the masters of like, so I had this conversation and, you know, here's what's happening and all that stuff. I just don't want to jump the gun on things, because I know that this is an event that a lot of people participate in, and so there might be a lot of questions and a lot of need for clarification. And so I don't want to flood Katie's email or my email with stuff before we've even discussed it. You know, I don't think that's fair. So I'd like to just kind of talk about my excitement and just kind of the things that are confirmed, and then as we get closer and are able to, you know, put some more, you know, some more finite details together, then of course you'll be first to hear about it on a vlog or another announcement video or something along those lines. So don't you worry, all your questions will be answered, and then I'm sure at a certain point, you know, we will provide some more direct, you know, assistance if people need it. But I think that those details for how to participate are good enough for a lot of people to get started. So yeah, so that's what's going on with Summer with the Masters. I am, once again, I'm just elated. You know, I'm so excited to do the cross-stitch conversion event as well, but this is like, these two events are like the two things that I love about diamond painting right now. So I'm just like, I think I got really lucky here. Apollo, let's go this way. Let's go this way. Hold on, easy, stay. Good boy. Let's see who who guest stars this time when we get up here. All right, buddy. Let's go this way. It looks like got a little bit of a crowd down there, so let's go back kind of the way we came, because it's quieter. Let's go. Let's go. No, you don't need to attack me. Hey, hey. Hey. He wants to chase. Is that what you wanted? Come on. Come on. Go. Go. Let's go. This way. Come on. Apollo. Apollo. Hey. Hey. Hold on, guys. Come on. Let's go. Oh my word. Okay. Hold on. Let's get the car started. Ooh, my hands. Ooh, it is cold and it is snowing. Okay, so I had to stop that clip pretty abruptly because this lady was behind us, and Apollo ran over to her dog, and I kind of freaked out a little bit. I was like, I don't know how this is going to go. Well, they ended up being fast friends, and the lady was walking in the direction that I wanted to come back to the car, and so I was like, let's just see how this goes. So I left him off leash for the first time, like for a long time off leash, and he did so good. Can today get any better? He did so darn good. They played. So her name was Debbie, and her dog is actually her son's dog, and the dog's name is Ripley, and she's 2. And they were play fighting just perfectly, not too aggressively, and just running, and they really ran. We did 4.6 miles, and they ran the whole time. They had an absolute blast, and other dogs were walking past us, and Apollo would sniff them and kind of check them out, and then he would run back after Ripley, and they'd keep running. And there was one time that she was kind of off in the field, and he was close to us, and a dog ran past, and he went to go chase that dog, and I was like, Apollo, and he stopped and came right back. He thinks about it. He takes a beat to be like, should I listen to him? But he always came back. It was perfect. It was so good. That's the longest I've had him off leash. That's the most often that he's come in contact with dogs walking by, and he came right towards me. I didn't have to worry about it. So I might start leaving him off leash for the whole walk and see if we can manage that. That was very good. So we exchanged numbers. She's very sweet. Her and her husband are semi-retired. Just bought a house in Golden, which is funny because we're not close to Golden, which is by me. Because I was like, yeah, we drive about 25 minutes to come out here. And she's like, oh, so do I. Where do you live? And I was like, just outside of Golden. She's like, we live in Golden. I was like, oh, perfect. So they just bought a house. So they're just finishing moving in over the next week. But she said as soon as they're done getting settled, she'll let me know, and then we can start doing walks or bring the pups out here. She's like, I'll introduce you to my son. This is his dog, and they go skiing. And I was like, so do I. So it's cool. I made a little friend. But it cut me off from what we were talking about, which maybe is okay, because I was essentially saying the same thing, or reiterating that things are really just, I don't know, things are clicking into place, and I'm just very thankful and happy and just over the moon that I get the opportunity to be co-hosting Summer with the Masters this year with Katie. I don't even, once again, every time I say it, I'm like, is that right? So I don't know. We'll keep talking about it as we get closer and closer to June, and of course, you'll be seeing an announcement video for the other event that I am co-hosting in October for XS Conversion 23. And so I have a lot of kits to decide what I want to do, what I want to work on. I'm trying to figure out, like, my dilemma is I have 2 cross-stitch conversions that are both Old Masters. And I'm like, which one do I do for which event? That's like my biggest dilemma. And what I think I'm going to do for Summer with the Masters is probably do a cross-stitch conversion and also have a regular kit going at the same time, because I want to do a traditional kit and actually have a finish. Both of the kits that I have that are cross-stitch conversions are just too big. There's just no way I'll get them done in 2 months. But I still want to feature one of them because I love both of the images and it'll be fun to share progress, but I also want something that I can finish. So I'm thinking in my stash, I'm like, okay, I've got some Gustav Klimts, I've got some Alphonse Mucas. I've got the Great Wave, I think it's called, from Diamond Dots. Like I've got a good selection, and you'll see them in that announcement video what I do have. So I've just got to figure out which one I want to tackle. And yeah, more details to come for both events, obviously. My car said there was a collision warning and there's nothing in front of us. I'm like, what? So I just need to figure out which kits I want to do and all of that good stuff. So I don't know. I'm having a blast, and Apollo just made a new little friend, and a friend that has the same amount of energy as him. So that could end up being really good if I have a consistent dog park buddy. She's like, oh, we come out here like every other day. And I was like, so do I. So like, are we best friends now, Debbie? I love you. Do you diamond paint? I should have asked her. I didn't even ask her. Anyway. All right, well, I'm like giddy with excitement just about everything that's happening. We're at the grocery store. I'm going to pop in here to grab a couple things and get home, unwind, and probably try to get through as much of Polani. I didn't even talk whips. Oh my gosh. We'll quickly touch on whips. Quickly, I promise. So Polani, I'm hoping to get done this week. I've only got about 10 sections left to go, which equates to probably about 5 hours worth of work. So Polani will be done. Then I'd like to snag either Cozy Evening, because I want to have that done by August to give to my aunt. And just now with Summer with the Masters and co-hosting and, just other stuff, life stuff, camping and what I foresee happening this summer, I just don't know if there's really going to be a ton of time to get Cozy Evening done once June hits. So I think that should be my next project or whip, but it's a square, and I currently have that other cross-stitch conversion, the mystery one. I don't know if I can do 2 square kits at the same time. So I just don't know when I'll get it done though. I might just have to just push through. I'd like to get Cozy Evening done. I could start it in August because the family reunion isn't till mid-August. So I'm like, technically I'd have like 16 days to get it done. I don't know. I'd like to get it done. Let's just say that. I'm not going to commit. I'd like to get it done. And then I'd also like to finish one other whip between now and June because Polani's moving so quickly. So Cozy Evening, if I can manage, and then one other whip. So it's most likely going to be either Crimson Oracle or I guess it would be Crimson Oracle. That's the only other round kit that I have going right now. Everything else is squares. The Senorita from Jaded Gem Shop, I'd love to make some good progress on it. That poor thing, it's just so big, and it's a square, and with me doing cross-stitch conversions, it just has been sitting there. I'll probably get a few sections done on it here and there just to pull it down, just to give it some love, but I love that kit so much, and it's just, I keep picking something else to do instead, which is a bummer. And then Star Maker hasn't gotten a lot of love. And then I have the 2 kits that I haven't actually touched yet. The mystery kit from Jaded Gem Shop, I don't think that's going to get done this year, to be completely honest, even though it is kitted up. And then Sunset Crossing from Craftably, maybe this fall I can work that in. But now that I've got 2 events that I'm co-hosting and participating in, a lot of the kits that, a lot of that stuff's now locked in. Like I have to match the theme. So I'd love to be at the end of the year, December 31st, and be able to tell you guys I finished all of the stuff, the event stuff that I was working on, all my whips. I can hit January 1, 2024 with, cracking open or having a brand new start, no carryover, but that would be a tall order, but I'm going to try. We shall see. Okay, I think that's it. Be on the lookout for potentially some time lapse or whip and chat of Polani, but it's moving so quickly that you might just see a finish and review. It might already have been up by the time you see this, who knows? And yeah, I'm excited to take you on this journey of me co-hosting 2 events that I am just thrilled, absolutely thrilled. And this is like, I feel like this is it. This is it. So, all right, enough. I'm going to, very last thing. There are 3 kits that I think I mentioned it in my last vlog that I'm giving away or using at work. Sunset, Tropical Sunset from Diamond Dots, around. Winston's Prize from Mooney Maid, around. And Rhiannon from Micah, Jelena, and Diamond Art Club of Square. I some of those we're going to try working on at work, and then one of them I gave away. So I'm going to pull them off my stash list. We won't speak of them again. So if you were someone that was particularly waiting on me to finally unbox or work on one of those 3, I'm sorry. I might buy Rhiannon again if it goes on a deeper sale, because it's currently on sale. It's like a final run. If it gets on deeper discount, I might pick it up again, because I did really like that kit. But I've just got too many Square kits and too many Diamond Art Club kits. So that, who knows if I'll do that or not. But anyway, okay, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. It is now snowing. Yeah, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for your continued support and watching. I can't wait to see what this year brings. I'm just like buzzing with with excitement, happiness. This is going to be a really awesome year, and I can't wait to bring you all along with me. And I hope that you guys participate in these events. I can't encourage you enough. Cross-stitch conversions, old masters, you need them in your life. So, all right. Also, thanks again, as always, for watching, and happy placing. Bye. Bye.